Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I think we've been going for long enough now.
Yeah,
Did we learn anything today?
probably not.
Are we going to continue to make these same mistakes in the future?
But
Probably.
we made some good like just like fun
That was a good
content for
conversation, yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Entertainment for the masses. Everyone was super upset. Need to come somewhere to listen to someone talk about something. Doesn't even matter what we say. Just like say something. Talk about Valve.
We did that, all right.
Yeah.
I just wanna put this out there, right? Like I'm obviously in this as much as everybody else, right? And I have my flare ups and I do my dumb cunt things all the time, and so does everybody, right? We always tweet things, or we don't read something properly, or we give some opinion without really thinking, or we fucking give some hot take, right? I think it's really important for us to realize that we're all on the same team in this, as opposed to like reading someone's opinion and thinking that they are trying to ruin everything. Maybe some people are. But I think the thing that's most important here is what we should be trying to do as a player base, as a community, is everything. Instead of like constantly trying to tear everything down, why don't we try and look for solutions to things, right? Like, I understand the ease of pointing fingers and placing blame and everything like that, but there's always something that we can do better. Like always, it's the same with you and your personal development as a human being and every day of your life. Like if you go to bed and you think that you did everything perfect in a day, then fucking salutations. You're a gem of a human being and you're crushing it. But I would say most of us will go to bed every night knowing that we could have done something better. And that's the same thing that we need to look at from a Counter-Strike perspective. So instead of treating Valve like an enemy who, you know, I'm sure would do the same thing, treat a volatile community as an enemy, why don't we try, right? If we think communication is an issue, let's work on new ways of communication. Let's try and open up as many ways of communication as possible. Because if the players are feeling like they're not heard and they're feeling like they're not getting their say through when these issues are arising, same with coaches, same with all of this shit, then we need to make sure that changes. Now, we need to make sure that we take some responsibility for the ways that we've communicated in the past. I think it's great that people like Godby and Pizza and everybody have reached out and try to let Valve know these things. But we need to think about the way in which we do these things. Is a Twitter DM a good way of doing it? Probably not, right? Who do you think is behind that? You think the Valve devs are the ones sitting behind that Twitter account every day on each of their PCs logged in? Probably not. It might be one or two of the guys, right? Does the email, okay, Mihal, the guy who got the stuff with all the coaching, he was in direct contact with Valve over an email. Okay, maybe he can give us an idea of what the best way to communicate. How much information do we need to relay?
When he was on the show as well. If people want to go back and watch the show with Michal from formerly ESL, maybe now again in ECSL. Did I see that?
Yeah, I think he's back there.
So, but yeah, he gave a good explanation how to do it. Like give out all the details, write in as much as possible, screenshots, how to replicate, blah, blah, blah. So he did a good job in trying to at least explain that. And is still doing a good job in everything he finds, right?
Yeah. And I think that's important, right? Because it like I said, it's very easy for us to lay blame and point fingers and just say, why don't you do things better? Like that's the cop out easy way out, guys. The hard way is to first of all put yourself in Valve's shoes, to think about why they're looking at a problem in this way, to try and reverse engineer it. I know it would be great if they'd communicate with us, but like if you were a multi-billion-dollar company and you had the way that things get dealt with in the same way that the Counter-Strike community deal with things, what you wouldn't be running to read their feedback, right? Like, let's be honest, you're not lining up to hear what these people have to say with the way that it gets spoken about. So if we can change that attitude and we can try and communicate better and more clearly, and we can show that we're showing more effort, and then Valve still don't show anymore, okay, fuck them. I'll stand on the rooftops with all y'all, right? But let's at least try. Because if we don't try, it's all going to get fucked up. So yeah, thank you for everybody for coming on. Thank you for Striker and Prof and Lucas for doing this last minute. This was kind of just why the fuck not? And now we're here, and now we've talked through all of this. We got another show on Monday. We don't have a guest just yet. Our guest had to cancel. So we're trying to find a new one. We'll let you guys know once we have one. And if you're a player or you're a coach or you're a broadcaster right now and you're watching and you want to come on as a guest, send one of us a DM and we will try and make that a possibility. But yeah, we're out.
Yeah, let's tune out.
Goodbye.